No machine. Nothing.
Thank you for
Crazy.
calling Abatement Pro, leaders in facility remediation.
Had some samples just come back positive for asbestos, so
Worst construction day ever.
it's not the best.
Can I see the email that you got? So that's first.
I guess maybe we've been lucky.
I guess our luck has run out.
Yeah.
That means that this wall, because that's the spot you tested the ceiling there. For sure those areas have asbestos, so probably this whole.
The whole main floor and upstairs would have been built at the same time.
So what does that even mean? Where do we go from here? We've never had an asbestos test come back positive.
Right now, I think we're going to test a few more areas. This flooring that was under the cork floor. And then in the bedrooms, there was also some flooring under the carpet. So I'll take that sample too.
We're in check everything that could potentially be a risk mode at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even know this was here when the carpet was on it, so.
And then are we taking some more drywall samples from upstairs?
I'm definitely going to take the basement because we think it was done at a different time, so.
Well, we hope.
We hope.
We definitely hope, because then hopefully one part of the house won't have asbestos. This board, the subfloor can't have it, right? It's only...
Mainly flooring, some insulation, like vermiculite, which would be in an attic.
Which we don't have, thankfully, with our vaulted ceilings. Yeah. Okay, so we're just checking off don't haves.
But yeah, drywall mud, ceiling texture.
Which we already tested.
Yeah.
But thankfully there's no ceiling texture in the basement. I'm really using my bright side mentality here. Real hard. So we just can't do anything that can disturb the areas that could have asbestos, but we can still, the work we've been doing.
As long as we're not disturbing it, which is specifically why we started with getting cabinets out, carpets out.
The abatement companies come in and they're going to rip everything out.
So we have to finalize our drawings.
Yeah.
So we know exactly what walls are coming out. If we don't have to disturb something, we don't have to remove that asbestos or that drywall out. So that's what we have to figure out, and then maybe we can get more accurate quotes as well.
Okay, so next step, call some abatement companies, find out what that process even looks like. Budget's gonna be hugely impacted by this, we think. Do you think we bought a money pit? I think I just need to go envision the potential kitchen window and be like, it'll be worth it, it'll be worth it. We're doing this for the first time. So we'll take you guys along the adventure, and I guess we're all gonna find out together what happens when you find asbestos in your house. Stay tuned. But on the upside, we get to reveal the final drawings because I have to get those decided. And you're gonna make some phone calls.
I'm gonna make some phone calls.
All right.
And then keep going with a little bit of demo.
You can't get a hold of anybody?
No, everyone's working.
What we'd like to do is get 3 quotes, right? Because then we have...
Then we have a better idea of the pricing, if someone's a better deal or maybe has a better service.
Get a better vibe from the people.
Yeah, exactly.
I really hope you get to talk to a human. I don't want to wait around for phone calls back.
Hello, you've reached Rob Stevens of Asbestos.
Can you get a hold of anybody?
No, I left 3 messages, so hopefully by the end of the day we hear from them.
I feel like your seat really is perfect for how I'm sure you're feeling today. Yeah, see how it's not orange?
Yeah.
And upstairs was orange, so fingers crossed that sample's newer.
Yeah, it's all original down to here.
Okay.
You can see the original lino that was under some of the carpet.
Oh, right.
I think these are probably same as upstairs. Hopefully this is not asbestos.
Fingers crossed.
Early start today, continuing on with demo, I didn't hear back from any abatement companies yesterday, so today try and make some more phone calls, see if I can get a hold of anyone. And in the meantime, I'm gonna start demoing this bathroom, get the vanity and the toilet, doors, anything I can out of here. This really sucks. This is probably the worst tile I've ever had to take out. It's actually taking up hunks of the subfloor with the tile. It's been a bit of a battle, and it's taking forever. Yesterday, come up with a new system. I'm just kind of going around using a little jackhammer to make a weak point in a big section of tile and then pry the whole section up. And I can carry the big pieces out. And it's going a lot quicker. But what I realized is I just missed a phone call. Well, that was a bust. Hopefully he calls back soon.
Yeah, I arrived just in time for lunch. What's going on? Did we hear anything from any asbestos people?
I missed one call. Tried to call back, but no.
Nothing.
I had to leave another message.
The tile's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. I'm sad we couldn't use that tile. It was pretty. Does it feel like an utter standstill now that we're waiting for this asbestos stuff?
Still a few things to do.
I hope it doesn't.
Doesn't set us back,
I know.
but we'll find out soon enough. You've had it on for a day.
I know. So if you see a weird little thing right here, see that? I broke my screen cover. Had it on for a day. What else did you get done? So all this needs to come up. You can do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rush into that because I think it'll be easier for them to clean up with this down.
Right. Because you were thinking if they get all kinds of dust in here,
Yeah.
that's not the best. Is this the mirror that you're saving for my new gym? I'll be practicing. Every toilet leaked like crazy in here, hey?
I think
At some point.
every piece of plumbing period in this house has leaked. So there's that.
So we're definitely in a place where we think we may have ended up with a money pit.
Well, there's lots to do.
So just keep thinking of how this beautiful room could hopefully turn into this beautiful kitchen. See, just like keep that picture top of mind to keep me feeling like I didn't make the worst decision. And drag Chris into the worst decision with me. So how many days of work do you have until you like run out of work completely?
There's still the closets in the other bedroom to take out, just trimming that room. trimming that little powder room.
And then fingers crossed, we think that the basement might come back asbestos free.
Yeah, we should hear about that in the next day or two.
If the basement comes back asbestos free, fingers crossed, then we can do a bunch of demo down there.
Yeah.
And even start moving some of the plumbing and getting into the big rough and stuff while we wait to start the rest of the demo upstairs.
Yeah, possibly if we have to jackhammer concrete and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. This all brings us to the only work we really have to do now is figure out what our final floor plan is going to be. So, I'm going to go start doing that right now.
Leading the simple life for a brand new start. Yeah, we've been moving far from the city cats that we run.
Like, can you build a nice wall to hide all this
So,
and make a nice laundry room?
yeah, I don't think it's going to fit though.
The other option is that it's a very small washer dryer rear stand. So it's just basically like washer dryer beside each other. It's like a closet.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Okay, so the other option is to put the laundry room here in this back corner.
But that's where your little gym idea was going to go. Just for like a treadmill and like yoga mat kind of idea?
Just like a treadmill and a yoga mat. But we have so much room in this room that by the time you do a sofa, it's going to be like all the way up here. So I could just have like my treadmill and my yoga mat behind the sofa in this living room. Because we would just leave the door to the mechanical room, like leave the bathroom, renovate it, leave the bedroom, put in a bar.
This room's nicer with windows on both ends.
Well, it is, but if there was a gym there, there'd
That's
be a
what I mean.
wall. Anyway, so you're losing that window in this room.
Yeah, but you could do a glass wall or something.
Oh baby, what have we done? Can we still keep our secrets? Put on a smile, close the door, let's go upstairs. They'll never know what we don't show. The kids wanna pool.
Well, let's do a little Thursday morning site update. We've got a bin outside that's almost full actually. And I think I've got upstairs and main floor pretty much ready for asbestos abatement. I've kind of removed everything I need to remove. I do have this back entry, so I just have a bit of trim on the doors, have a light fixture to take down, and then a bit of trim around the door down here, because this is all original drywall on this area. And we're still waiting to hear about testing on the basement drywall. So hopefully we hear about that today. In the meantime, I do have the mechanical room. I want to kind of get these shelves out of here because that will probably fill up the rest of the bin. We've got a little workbench here. We'll take that apart, put that in the bin. And I'm actually going to take this board down. There's no mud on here, so we should be safe to take this off because I think there might be a telepost there. But I think we might be at a standstill until we can get the asbestos abatement done. Hopefully the test comes back negative for the basement and I can maybe keep doing a demo down here while we're waiting for people to show up for upstairs. So maybe I'll go check my email now, see if we've got the news. Nothing yet, so I guess I better finish up what I can, and hopefully by the end of the day we'll have news. telepost, so that's good news because we're thinking we might put a door here to the new mechanical room, but means maybe the telepost is in here, but we have to wait for that asbestos test to come through before we know if we can open that up or if we have to have the abatement company do that.
I came down to the basement to get some water because we are officially at the place where the only place we can get water is from the old utility sink. I'm calling it progress. And look, Chris got this whole mechanical room cleaned out. So that is awesome. He had to do a bit of work for one of my interior design clients this morning, so I'm waiting for him to get here because we have an answer on the asbestos test that we did, the second round. And he refused to tell me about it until he could tell it to me on camera. So I am impatiently waiting for him to get here. Can you now finally tell me what happened with the rest of the asbestos test?
It's been killing her. I found out yesterday afternoon.
And he would not tell me all last night at home until, which makes me think it's definitely good news.
Well, partly good news.
Just spit it out.
The flooring
Yeah.
in the kitchen
Yeah.
and in the bedrooms.
Yeah.
Positive.
Oh,
So that has to get remediated.
that sucks.
But the basement,
Please tell me we're in the clear.
drywall compound,
Yeah.
clear, no asbestos.
Yay!
So-
Okay. Oh my god.
Yes.
So that means we can start work in the basement.
Yes, because we don't know anyone's timelines yet.
Right.
So, but we'll
But
find
you have a meeting with somebody in like any minute now, right?
any minute now, and then I have another meeting Monday afternoon. as
And I
well.
think we have a meeting with a third guy next week because definitely with something like this, you're going to want to talk to a few different companies. We did a Google search, we did an Instagram search, and we actually reached out to a friend in the trades and he recommended a guy. We're going to get 3 quotes, which is what we always recommend you do when you're getting someone else to do some work for you, unless it's a trade you've worked with before and you know they're great. You're going to get that done and then we finally get to do the floor plan reveal.
Yep.
Meeting first.
Meeting first.
Finally, floor plan reveal. Asbestos guy just left.
Yep. Sounds expensive.
Oh my god. 2, maybe 3 days. Sorry, not days. Weeks. 2, maybe 3 weeks on site. I'm like hoping that it's gonna be like $1,000 a day. I'm trying to get some sort of idea of numbers because I'm very anxious about budget now.
I think you're optimistic.
On to bigger and better news. We are finally going to tell you guys about the floor plan. So you've been wondering, and you're right. I cannot unsee the windows that I want to put into this back room. So we're going with option 3, which means the kitchen moves here. And which means that we're gonna have window, 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 sconces above, sconces in between,
And you think range on that wall?
range on this wall,
And sink looking out at the
sink
lovely...
here, fridge over here, island in here somewhere, but I haven't gotten into the nitty gritty of the kitchen design, and you're super stressed out about HVAC and stuff.
I think most of the HVAC and plumbing are running through the bathroom walls. If all that goes, somehow we have to get it over here and reconnect.
So hopefully, because I'm planning sort of pantry somewhere in this zone, that helps with that, of course.
Yeah, because we'll have a few walls we can utilize to run
Yeah.
mechanical through.
But we have also like set our hearts on the most expensive version of renovation that we can do for this house. So, feeling slightly anxious.
The asbestos is throwing a wrench in things. Having to redo all this mechanical also isn't cheap.
I don't want to end up spending more than it's worth. That's kind of my line.
Yeah, something we have to be conscious of.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, so option number 3, kitchen over here. We're very excited. Then dining area here. And you're gonna see in the drawings that I've already planned for the table. If you're building or if you're doing some sort of renovation yourself, please, please, please plan your furniture before you dive into a renovation, because there'd be nothing like hoping that you could have a table for 12 only to find out that you can have a table for 6. This goes. And then we're gonna have a pair of French doors onto a deck. So if we have a deck running here, we could put a door in this wall. So you come up some stairs outside, walk through the door here, coats off, shoes off, and then you come out a door into the kitchen here. Chris has thoughts.
I have a thought, because we may end up with a dead space here.
What do you mean?
Because we might be running heating to the new bathroom.
Oh.
I think plumbing's gonna be in this wall.
Okay, if you're mechanical Chase, if this is the more cost-effective option, I think I can survive with option number 2. So option number 2 for mudroom is, imagine that this floor sinks into the ground and it ends up this low. So what would happen is you come in the door. We need to change the door swing so that it opens and kicks you into the mudroom. Door swings can sort of guide the traffic through a house. And so we're definitely not gonna want a door to swing in a way that's gonna kick you where you don't wanna go. This floor is all level, and you go into the new mudroom that has a lowered floor, take your coat and everything off, and then come back out to this room. I hate that you come in and you potentially make this like muddy and wet, and then later in the night you come down the stairs to go down into the basement, and you walk past the muddy wet mat. Also at this point I realize that I'm starting to run out of money to be that picky, and I might have to get my head around a wet mat. That's this floor. Oh, but wait, come to the living room. Chris has his little collection of toilets here.
If you need a toilet, let me know in the comments.
I was going to tell you about the living room, but I think in order for you to understand the living room, I think we got to take you outside. Okay, we all know how Heather feels about an entryway. Of course, the TARDIS is going in maybe 6 weeks to the tune of God only knows how many thousands of dollars. But the entry is still quite small, so...
Do you think people know what a TARDIS is?
I think people do know. Do you guys know what the TARDIS is? Can you leave it in the comments, and can you tell the other people what the TARDIS is? Because maybe our inside joke is just getting lost on everybody. Now I think for you to understand the living room, you need to understand what's happening on this side of the room. And then I'll talk to you about the entry. So change of plans. Come with me this way. In the big tear out that's happening over there, we end up with no bathroom on the main floor, which is absolutely unacceptable as far as I'm concerned. So we're gonna put a powder room right here. And then I want a window right here. And I've always wanted an oval window, but I am realizing that I have an asbestos bill. So
I say that sounds cheap.
a girl can still dream. In this stage, I am still dreaming.
And no railing?
And no railing, I know, and we're quite sad. No, there'll be a whole solid wall. Fortunately, we do lose a chunk of the big, beautiful open staircase, which makes me sad. But I love my beautiful windows in the kitchen more than I love the open staircase. And I'm gonna say that when you're doing a renovation, at some point, it just comes to picking the thing that you like the most. That's the bathroom. And then here, door into, if you guys follow us on Instagram, you've already seen Heather's teeny tiny office, but it's perfectly fine. I don't need a ton of room, and I'm obsessed with my view. It's very pretty. So in which case, this is a solid wall. So now, the TARDIS is gone, remember? Now what we have is a solid wall here that you come into that only comes back to here, which is not enough of a welcoming entry. So my thought is, and this seems crazy, but come outside. To solve the problem of the small entryway inside, we're thinking about pulling the entry out to here, just as wide as it would be there. So it's like kind of a very tiny addition on the front of the house, but inside the house, it will make a world of difference. Let's go upstairs. No, oh, did I talk about the living room? Wait. We're thinking giant window here to let in all the beautiful south light, because of course we can get all that window in this house in particular. And you're still thinking this guy is coming out, hey?
I think it would free up some space.
Agreed. So here, this weird overhang that I hate, we're going to be pushing him back so he only sticks out about 14 inches. So there's the overhang, there's the stair railing. And what I want to do is a pair of bookcases and a beautiful fireplace. So this all starts to make sense. And I'm thinking maybe like a glass wall to divide it from the hallway, but TBD because we haven't seen the asbestos built. This wall here gets pushed all the way back. So when you come in the entryway, you're in like this nice roomy hallway. Even in a small house, there's something about a roomy hallway that gives the impression of space. We did end up deciding on tucking the bathroom for what will become Fiona's bedroom here. We are gonna have the built-in wardrobes here. What I think we're gonna do is the full depth wardrobes on this wall, and then we'll just knock them back to shallower wardrobes and maybe make her a bit of a makeup vanity so that this space starts to feel a little less tight. And then of course, these bathrooms are gonna join to become the master suite. All of this space is going to be taken up to become the master bedroom. Those are the plans for upstairs, and I will get into the nitty-gritty of the design plans in a couple of weeks, but overall placement of rooms, that's where we're at. So let's go downstairs. I will miss having this open. I kind of love the idea of having a glass partition here to like define the living room from this little entry hall. So many ideas. By the way, if you want to keep up with all of my ideas, I actually have a saved collection on Instagram, so you can head over to our Instagram and you can see everything I've been saving that is inspiring me for this project design-wise.
Just all natural light right now.
It is a really nice, sunny, bright basement. Maybe a little games table area. I'd love to fit in a bar. We'll have like a great media unit built here, sofa, you know, the usual suspects. In the mechanical room that Chris has been hard at work on, we're gonna lose a ton of this space if we drop the mudroom.
It'll be level with
It'll be
this
level
landing.
with this. Tidy it up, but no real work. Well, except for endless changes to the mechanical system.
Yes.
So, except for that minor detail. And then here we were thinking of incorporating a laundry room that kind of takes this whole footprint.
Yes.
And then creating the hallway from this area so that we can access the laundry room and the bedroom from here. And then the bathroom's just gonna be an ensuite bathroom, which is fine because we have the nice powder room upstairs. At what point in these big plans do you think we're gonna run out of money?
I'm not sure. Well, we're still waiting on those quotes, so
I know.
stressed out about that.
Speaking of money, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think about us starting to be really transparent with how much money we're spending? On Instagram, I did a poll asking people if they would like us to start talking about money, and it was an overwhelming yes. So if you would like us to start talking about money, can you let us know in the comments? Because we're not sure if it's weird or not. We don't want to do it if people think it's weird, but we're happy to do it if people think it's helpful. So let us know about that. And I think we're signing off for this week, hey?
Yeah, I think that's it. Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon. Just waiting on asbestos quotes. We'll see you guys all next week.
Thanks so much for watching.
When you